Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Jesse Jackson III, best-selling author and facilitator of the Don't Kick 'Em Out book and training series. Thank you for joining us. And in this video, as we continue in our series for helping our school executives, our superintendent, school board, central office, and our building bosses, understanding and providing that insight about things in the business that they don't talk to us about, they don't teach us about. One of the key ones is when you start talking about school leadership, is understanding that our business breaks down into four components. There's four components of this job. And number one component is paperwork. Number two is managing workplace issues. Number three is managing and working with students and parent issues. Number four is academic issues. Now this job breaks down into four pillars. All four are very vital to the job. So here's my first question to you. Which one of these, if mismanaged, will get you fired? That's a question for you right there. Okay. Now, I'm not going to give you the answer. I'm going to let you kind of think about that. Now, notice a lot of us are going to give, some will say paperwork, right? And then some will say workplace issues. Then some will say academic issues. And then some will say student and parent issues. But the truth is this. The thing that should get you fired, is academic issues. 9 times out of 10 in this business, it is not academic issues. The thing that gets you fired is mismanaging your client, which is your student and your parents. They're your customer. And if you mismanage them and boy, they turn against you and you got a lot of crap coming in from them about what you're doing, I'm telling you, you're going to put yourself on the outs. Paperwork is something that gets you in trouble with the government and your boss. Okay? Very rarely will that get you fired because they go out of their way to try to help you with that. The Title I officers try to help you. Business officers try to help you. They just kind of get on you about it. But that's something that gets handled internally. Workplace issues is something that'll get you sued. Okay, and so notice there seems to be more tolerance for those type of things. Not that that's okay, but it seems to be more tolerance. But academic issues is the thing that should get you fired. The truth is, if you're not showing academic progress, definitely by year 2. Think this through. We should be able to see your program. Now, notice what they tell us in ignorance. They tell us that year 1 is an observation year. Whoever told you that is going to get you fired. They're not your friend. You don't get an observation year. Okay? The job you have before you take that job is your observation. Well, they say, well, Jackson, how would I know what's going on unless I observe? Guess what? How much time do you get to observe? 1 month. You get 30 days of observation. What does that mean? You must have a better sense and feel for who people are and what they're doing. You must learn to think critically and think negative when it's positive. Think positive when it's negative. You have to learn to see things as they are, not as you hope they are. That is the critical assessments of a school leader, of a school manager. Someone has to look at what's going on and be very critical. You give yourself 30 days. Assess it very aggressively. Always remember, it's particularly in a failing organization. So if you're coming into a school that's successful, be very aware that is not your cue to come in changing stuff just because it's your program. So I need to preface and clear that up. So it depends on what type of program you're coming into, but 9 times out of 10, for most of us, we're going into a failing situation. So a failing situation is not a sit there and observe. If you're coming into a situation that's a B or above, or they've already had success, do not come in touching just to say, well, that's how he did it, I'm going to change it. No. Those are the situations that you do have to let's watch and see how this really goes. Okay. And then make improvements after you know how their system works. If you're coming into a failing program, you don't have a year. 30 days. 30 days. Let's observe and see what y'all in here doing. 30 days. If you're coming into a program that's already had a standard, they're already rolling, they're a B or better. And so now those are the ones you kind of watch and see what's really going on in that system. Do not be so hell-bent to go in there touching and blowing up stuff. Okay. So the key is you got to be very critical in your observations. Come in and kind of observe and see what's going on. But you got to do that in a very short period of time. Anybody that's telling you have time, I believe they're failing you. I really do. I think, for a first year leader, a first year superintendent can't come in with an F on their report card in year one and say, oh, I learned a lot. No. Whoever's telling you that, notice as a superintendent, the average typically does contracts of 2 years, sometimes they give you 3. I can't have an F on a 2-year contract. Whoever's telling you that, they're not. Now notice, I'm the ones working with school boards, talking about the superintendent, thinking about should they renew your contract. So you need to be thinking in a very aggressive business and managerial state of mind of I need results, I need production, I need things to, I need to know what's going on here. You don't get the luxury when you come in leadership to a leader's got to know what's going on when you take the job. And you have to do a very hardcore evaluation of the program in 30 days. You don't get a whole year to observe. Now, some people say 90 days. Okay. I like a more aggressive approach because I know what I'm looking for. That's why I can be more aggressive. I know what I'm looking for. I'm not going in there playing it cool. I know what I'm looking for. So for 30 days, it's going to be silence and learning and checking. 30 days. Some telling these folks out here a year. No way. 90 days, man, you could have lost a whole school year by letting that go to Christmas and then say we're going to change after the new year. Only in our business do they allow a failing practice to stay in place a whole school year and then say we're going to change it next year. Whoever told you that, they failed you. They're going to get you fired and they're going to have your family hungry because that's not the way leadership and management and businesses don't run like that. I can't just keep losing money and say I'm going to change it in 2020. You haven't lost $30,000 and say, well, we'll fix it next year. People who run businesses don't think that way. And guess what? You're running a business now. That's the skills they don't teach you when they have you in your admin class, in your master's program. We're running a business. And are you losing money? Hey, always remember this. The great Warren Buffett says, rule number 1, never lose money. And rule number 2 is do not forget rule number 1. Bad policies and fail to evaluate swiftly will lose you money. And that means your contract is going to get terminated. And when you get blacklisted as a bad leader who doesn't get results and you can't get the money you deserve, you will remember this video and what the man told you. This is serious and some things you better be on top of. And you got to be aggressive when it comes to just knowing what's going on. And that's what I'm talking about, observation. Don't put all that time on observation. Okay. Organizational evaluations can be done in 30 days. And I mean, like the really big companies, they give it a little time and they evaluate the whole thing. But if you have an under 5,000 kid district, 30 days top. If you got a 15,000 kid district, okay, I'll give you 2 months, maybe 90. Anything over that, I don't care if you got 100,000 kids. You better get you a team to go evaluate it because remember whose career you playing for? Yours. Yours. And only one person's responsible if it go bad. Superintendent, you. School principal, you. Never forget that. School board's responsible for it all. So since you're responsible, you've got to be the most informed. Making informed decisions is what puts you in a much better position. Hope you're getting something out of this. Really enjoying giving it to you. Share it with folks. Make sure you're watching. At the end of all these videos, I'm going to have a really special offer about some things that we're going to be doing moving forward that'll be of great benefit to you. So once again, let us know if you're enjoying these and getting something out of them because we're doing this for you. I'll see you in our next video. Thank you.